Hello Createful Art friends, welcome to Createful Art. It's Ashley here and I am visiting Maryland this week, and right behind me is a beautiful forest, so I want to show you how to paint a lovely forest scene.
Oh no, did the rock get you? You okay? They're cold. What's up here?
For this first step, I'm going to paint the background. I'm going to paint the whole canvas, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab my white and give myself a good amount of white. So I'm going to be using my dioxazine purple, my ultramarine blue, my phthalocyan blue, and my brilliant blue. I'm using my 2-inch flat brush for this. And what I'm doing is I'm taking my white and I'm just adding it to some of my colors. And I'm mixing my colors on here, okay? So what I am doing basically is doing a crisscross pattern, and I will be dipping into several of my colors. I'm not adding any water to my paints this time, so I want to have a nice thick layer down. And I really don't mind where my paint's going. I even grabbed some yellow. I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. It's all going to be in the background. So because I grabbed some yellow, because I have a dirty palette, I'm just going to flip this around, because the light's going to be from up there. It's going to make a little more sense being that direction. So if you want to make a mistake and add a little yellow to yours, you can go ahead and do that. Happy mistakes. I feel like Bob Ross right now. So now I'm grabbing some white and I'm going to put down the focal point, which is this area right here. Add white to this spot. You still have color back behind this. It's going to mix with the colors. Okay, so for this step, what we're going to do is we're going to add in the very furthest layer of the trees. So we don't really have to be that detailed, so I'm just going to use this 1-inch flat brush for this. So we're making a color that's a little bit darker than what we have down, okay? And I'm using my brilliant blue. I will be using my blues and purples as well, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my brush and lightly add in, with a twisting motion, what would be considered the leaves on the trees. Okay, and then I just kind of wispy it off to the side right here where it blends into the background. Okay, and if I come over here, I need to add a little bit of a darker color so that it stands on top of that color. So if you come in here real close, you can see the bristles from my brush, okay? And to get rid of that, all you need to do is take your finger when it's in the sticky stage and go over it. But see how that still looks like leaves? You can move your finger and even add some color coming out further. So I'm coming out here to this very edge and I'm going to add in some darkness, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing and just kind of bring it in, but let this be light. This is going to give it the contrast it needs in the back. So the branches are coming in, closing in on this light source right through here, okay? And they're all going to be back here, so you just use that same crisscross pattern throughout. And this of course is going to take some time. So for this step, I'm going to add in the tree color, which is green. So you may be thinking, why are these trees' leaves purple? Well, they're not going to be all purple. So here I have my cadmium yellow, my gold, and I'm going to use my Phthalocyanine Green and my emerald green. If you guys don't want to use such bright colors, I recommend blending with bronze into them so that they kind of settle down a little bit. And I'm just going to come in here with my green, blending it with that other color I have in my background, and I'm just gonna add some green here and there. So for this step, I'm grabbing my favorite brush, which is a small flat brush, and we're gonna put in the trees. So what I'm doing is I'm basically taking the color that I've had back here anyway, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of the dark purple on one side of my brush. That's gonna provide the shadow that I want. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the very top and right around here, okay, and you're just going down, and it does not need to be perfect line, okay? In fact, I don't recommend that. Okay, and you can go down to about right there, add another one, but this one, skip. Okay, that's showing that this light is causing some of this tree to blur in the background. I'm just going to add a tree branch. And the lighter I press on the brush, the smaller the line's going to be. And I'm just giving it the impression that there's a tree branch, so I don't need to make the line complete. I'm going to add some more of these, and I can use my blues or my purples, whatever I decide I want to use. It doesn't matter because it's just going to give it some variety back there. So for this step, we're going to lay down the middle ground, which is going to be the dirt, the pile of leaves on the dirt. So I'm going to use my flat 1-inch brush and my bronze and my copper and white. So I'm just taking that straight line, moving it across, adding a little water to my brush, and I'm letting some of that purple show through. Okay, and I'm just separating these right here. Okay, so this is going to be smaller in the background. Okay, and then when I get through here, then I'm going to cover more area. So I'm going to grab my black, my bronze, and my dark green, my Phthalocyanine Green, and I'm going to make a really dark color. Also like to add purple, and I'm going to add that to my canvas, and I'm going to make it appear like bushes. Okay, I'm still using that same type of brush stroke right through here, and I'm going over my tree line here. I come down. Sometimes I like to go down to a smaller brush to get some more details through here. On the tops of your bushes, you're going to have light hitting them, so you lighten up the color, add a little yellow in there. You're adding that light color on the top of your bushes, so it'll come down through here sometimes depending on how the light's hitting it, how the bushes are shaped. But you need to have this dark color in there to give you that contrast and to be able to go over it with this light color. So go ahead and put in your bushes, and you're going to have this coming through here, and you can look at the reference photo to see, and some over here, okay? In the background there's going to be branches and leaves, and they're going to go over some of these trunks. That's the word. Sometimes I can't think of words when I'm painting. So for this step, you're going to grab my favorite brush again, the flat top. Okay, and we're going to add in the trees that are in the foreground. So I'm going to be using my iridescent copper for this, and my black. It needs to be a dark color, okay? You can always add colors on top to lighten if you need to. So I'm just going to look out there, and I'm going to choose which trees I want to add. Add one really close to my focal point, going over my focal point. You see how it blends in the background? I'm just going to let that lighten that side all the way down to the bottom. And this is just going to come in with this bush right here so that it's not so standout-ish. It's going to blend back into these bushes. Okay. Now I'll do the next one. This one's going to be near it but not covering these two trees, so pick right through here, okay? And it's going to blend into these bushes right through here. So I want to pick where I'm going to end, come down, knead it up, grab some more color. Generally trees are thicker on the bottom. This little tree on the side here that's a little bit darker, it's close to that other tree in the distance. And I'm just going to take it up. That's all I need to do, and just make sure it kind of blends into the surrounding bush there. This one's going to kind of be a little different. It's going to have a curve to it. So I want it to meet up about right there. Curve. And then I like how that one kind of has a twin. So I'm going to add that twinner to it. So, you know, we all see those trees with the twin. Okay, thicken that up on the bottom here. So now we're going to move in and put in the shadows of the trees on the ground, okay? For this particular step, I use what's called a glazing technique. That means I'm going to grab a lot of water on my brush, a little bit of color, and then wherever the light's coming from, you're putting the shadows in opposite of that. So now for this step, you're going to do your final touches, and you can add whatever you want. I want to give a shout out to my Createful Art members who are listed here for making this video possible with me. I hope you had fun, and I hope you enjoyed the forest like I did. I'll see you in my next video.